210. October 28th. It's really cold. It's colder than it was yesterday. Once again, the wind for the creek bottom was not ideal. Doing a little e-scouting, found this little east-facing hilltop with cedars in it. I'll show you guys what I found. The creek bottom is just down there to the east. I had a feeling, once I saw these cedars, I had a feeling that they were bedding up here, and they are. We're pumped to find their bedding, the creek bottom bucks, their bedding. Truth be told, I didn't know where they were bedding, and it's because when you're down in that creek bottom, they don't have a pattern, so it's hard to pinpoint where they're coming from because they come out of everywhere, every direction. Guys, there has been. I just look over and I see this little forky bedded. He's about 100 yards away. He's been there the whole time that I've been talking to you guys. The whole time. He doesn't even know I'm up here. He must have just lifted his head. I saw his antlers when I was talking to you guys, and I was like, oh my gosh. There's literally a deer over here. Jesus. South-facing slopes. They like to bed on them. That was awesome. Shaking. He winded me. He came right downwind of me when I grunted at him.
I rattled one in tonight. I didn't get any footage for you guys because the camera died. Rattled him in. He came in 60 yards downwind and winded me. He circled me and winded me, as they're supposed to when that happens. He was a smart buck, that's for sure. But he was a big one. He was even bigger than the encounter we had yesterday when that one circled me and winded me. This one was a different buck. That's it for this weekend, man. Empty-handed, but that's how it goes, you know. That's how it goes. That's hunting. Like my dad always told me, if you got one every time, then it's not hunting, it's called killing. So, but we'll be back. We'll be back. The start of the rut is next weekend. These bucks are already exhibiting rut-like behavior. They're answering to my grunts. They are coming in to rattling. So it's definitely heating up in the Iowa woods here, guys. So yeah, but that's it for this weekend. Empty-handed.
I just climbed in the stand, and he come right down the trail. A beautiful, beautiful mature buck, and I just smoked him. He's down right up there. Oh, that's a mature buck. That is an old buck. I wasn't even ready. I'd spent all that time setting up a decoy right out in front of me. He came where I didn't even want him to come. I wanted him to come out in this field. What just happened? What just happened? It's noon. It's 12 o'clock. I thought I'd get in here super early. I just got set up. My coat is hanging on the camera. I didn't even get the camera up. I didn't even have my GoPro up. I just got in the tree. He was a big buck. That's a big bodied buck. That's a mature deer. That is a very mature deer. Thank God I had my bow up. I just pulled it up. He's right there. So I'm literally standing like this with the bow between the tree and me because he was staring at me. And he didn't see me. He didn't spook. He peed in that scrape right there. I saw him tuck his back hips and his legs, and he started peeing in it. And he turned and started looking toward the field out there. So I was like, okay, this is my chance. So I swung over, got my footing a little bit because I was kind of in an awkward position because I was setting up. And then he starts walking. He starts kind of veering off toward the hill like he was getting a little squirrely. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't smell me. The wind is in my favor. It's blowing out toward the field. He's right here in the timber. So he couldn't smell me. He didn't know what I was. He started walking up that hill, and he was perfectly broadside, a little bit quartering away. And I just put that 20 pin right behind the shoulder and sent it. And it was perfect. The arrow stuck in him. It didn't go through. Which I think it got stuck on his opposite shoulder. He was a little quartering away, so I think it got stuck in his opposite shoulder. He ran up that hill. He started stumbling on that hill, and then whoop.
Let's go. That is a big bodied buck. What a big buck, guys. A big bodied buck. His neck, look at how thick his neck is. He is a mature deer. Perfect 10, a perfect 10. I know he wasn't the one that we were going after. We were going after that massive 12 point on public, but decided just to hit private today because I had the weekend. I took today off of work and wanted to use the decoy, wanted to try out the decoy, and thought I don't want to bring a decoy out to public, so I just said, yeah, you know, we'll try the decoy on private. He didn't even come to the decoy. Looking back on it, it was a total waste of time with the decoy. He came down a totally different trail. I was literally only in the stand for 10 minutes. I hadn't even put my backpack, I haven't even hung my backpack up because I was getting everything ready. I was getting the camera arm. I got the camera arm up, but I didn't get the camera on there. And I hear something, I look over and he's like 10 yards away working a scrape. And I'm so sorry that I could not get it on film for you guys. It's my first year doing this self-filming stuff, so, but man, he's an old buck. This is an old, I mean, look at the gray in his face. He's thick. He doesn't have a lot of mass, you know, but he's just thick everywhere. His body, his neck, his rack, it's whole. He's healthy. That's a healthy deer. Healthy old deer right there. He's an old buck.